Saturday evening. I don't know how many of you tuned in yesterday, but yesterday I was talking about today being the International Speaking Contest and how I was feeling sort of prepared and really ready to compete. And today I would love to be coming here this evening to tell you that I won or that I placed. But unfortunately, neither one of those things is true. And I remember saying so many times, I'm detached from the outcome. I'm detached from the outcome. Doesn't matter if I win, like I'm just playing to improve myself, which I know I did today. I know that I delivered a great speech. It's not mine to figure out why it didn't fit or what happened in that. Even though I know at the time I felt like I should have at least placed, if not won that contest. I believe that my product was superior than most of the stuff that was there today. But that's the thing about competition, particularly in this arena. It's been my experience so many times before when the judging just seems so strange. I don't know what it is that they're looking for. And what I've made this mean in the past is that there's something wrong with me, that I'm not worthy to win under that title. But today, instead of feeling depressed and down and sad and deflated, like I normally do in this circumstance, when I'm just in shock and I'm walking around going, what the heck just happened? I brought my A game. And for some reason, that didn't get recognized. And I used to think that Toastmasters, this particular avenue, was the only way that I was ever going to be a speaker on a world stage. Well, I'm here today to announce and proclaim that I no longer feel like that is true, which is the best feeling. And so today, in the morning when I set my alarm and I predetermined how I was going to feel, when I woke up this morning, it said calm. And it kept me calm and level throughout the day. When I could feel myself peaking up to that anxiety point that happens when I'm competing, I was able to anchor myself to that calm and bring myself back down. And then midday, that feeling turned to connected. And every time that I started to leave my body just before the contest started, which would be my norm, I would be operating from up here somewhere in this place of ungrounded unlandedness because I was unsure, because I wasn't completely confident. But today I kept reminding myself, right, connected. And so today I became the most connected that I'd ever been through this process. And then, of course, when the contest happened and I heard there was no disqualifications, I honestly thought that I would at least place first, second, or third. They announced third. I was like, wow, okay. They announced second. I was like, okay, no disqualifications. This is me. This is my time. This is my turn. And I was so ready to step into the winner's circle. And then it wasn't my name. And it's not an old story. It's happened before. And it's like, feels like a bit of a knock to the head because it wasn't expected. And right there in that moment, I understood. You weren't quite detached, were you? Because right now you're feeling the pain of defeat. That yucky feeling inside. The resistance to the experiences that's actually happening, the reality of things. And then I went through this spiral that I normally do, right? Denial, rage, sadness, disbelief. Feels like failure, a little bit shameful. Certainly tough stuff. But what I found today was that although I took a little bit of a dive afterwards, started feeling a little bit sorry for myself, started feeling like this is not fair, which it very well might not be. The system is imperfect. That's what I know. And instead of making this mean that I'm not worth a world stage, that I can't go for that on my own, that I'm not good enough until they deem me so, I adjusted and pivoted. Because at 5 p.m., what I had scheduled in my calendar to feel was elated. And of course, at that point in time, probably I was thinking I was going to feel elated about winning that contest. And as soon as I saw it, I went, oh, right. That's what my purpose is right now. From 5 till midnight, my purpose is to be elated. And even though in the moment I was like, oh, I'm so not feeling elated right now. I'm vacillating between all of these emotions and all of these feelings and all of these raw places because I think what happened was unfair and not okay. But in the past, this is where you would have seen me stop. This is where you would have seen me quit. This is where you would have seen me fade into the background and just live on that, just under the line, just under the radar, so that I couldn't be judged and I couldn't feel less than and I couldn't feel like I wasn't good enough. But today, because I had scheduled to be elated, it reminded me and pulled me out of that place. It pulled me out of the depression. It pulled me out of the anxiety. It pulled me out of the darkness. And it wasn't easy to get to. It wasn't like, oh, great, now I'll feel elated. But it was an intention. And it drew my behavior from the old Ferris wheel, rat race, hamster wheel that it always goes on. Why is it? To, right. What do I want? To feel elated. What am I going to do to make that happen? So I got in the car and I said, Ken, please support me right now because I'm trying to get to that place. And he said, why don't you let me drive? And I thought, wow, what a great idea. What a great way to support me in this so that I could just be in the passenger seat, watching, experiencing, cranking the music, singing a little, moving myself into that elation that I so scheduled myself to feel. And it was such a tantamount indication that I have adjusted and pivoted. And that to me is the win. That to me is the magic. And in all of this, I get to experience and feel the magic chuckle that's available in life. That one that says, the universe said, oh, you're detached, are you? Guess we'll see. Oh, you're not detached. Oh, I see. We're all students in this life. We get to learn whatever it is that we want to learn that's in front of us. Now, I rightfully so could be resistant to this. I could be mad. I could be pissed off. I could be resentful. I could think it wasn't fair. And there are elements that are true in all of those things for me. But my other truth is that I get to choose right now how I want this to be from now on. Today, I played hard because I, at the end of my life, want to make sure that I've had a rich, full experience of this life and I have no life left on the table. That I get to experience whatever makes me feel elated, joyful, electric. I get to choose. And so I wonder, is there somewhere in your life that maybe you've been in resistance and you could lean into that idea that it could be different if you just made it so? You know, today has been one of those days. Riding the wave. Riding the wave. But at least I know that I gave it my best, that I gave an amazing performance, that there are people out there that I made a difference for today, that were impacted by my message. Want to know how I know? Because they messaged me and told me. What a great message. Thank you for sharing. What a great message. Amazing performance. I was moved by what you said. These are the people that matter to me. The ones that are listening, the ones that are paying attention, the ones that are acknowledging that my gift is something that they want to receive. That's who I'm speaking to. And I know for sure that this is not the only avenue for Tanya Horn and her speaking career. That like days gone by, I will not return to that place of depression and anxiety, because I'm now scheduling how I'm going to feel ahead of time. And it is an amazing, amazing, amazing gift to be able to see that word and understand, oh, right, this was the intention that I set a while ago, last week when I set everything up. And if I don't feel like that in the moment, how can I move myself to that place? How can I adjust and pivot in a direction that supports me? My ability to respond lies in that silent place, the power in the pause. That moment when we tune in, check in, and move forward from an internal knowingness. I found the magic chuckle in all of this today. I hope that you're looking for and can find the magic chuckle in your experiences. And I know, I so know that tonight I'm feeling genuinely elated, which marks massive movement and healing in my own journey. Knowing the place that I usually go with this, that I'm refusing to do this time because it's an old story and it no longer serves me. And I get to choose. Me, I do. What are you choosing? Where's your pause? Where's your power? Are you harnessing that? Are you letting those stopping places, those reasons, those justifiers, those reasons why not, to stop you from doing and being and having everything that you intend to do and be and have in this life? We get to choose. It's powerful stuff. My truest hope is that you are being so kind to yourself and loving, and that you're taking things in and allowing them to land in that pausing place so that you can then be the observer of what's happening instead of being the thing that is happening. It's a powerful stance to take. And it is a practiced perfection. Well, actually mastery. No such thing as perfection. But the truth is, today I noticed that I was able to click out of that place nearly immediately. Whereas before that used to take years, weeks, months, but sometimes years of my life. Years of my life. So I'm living at that level of mastery as I engage everything that's in my experience and on my path with a kind heart, an open heart, an expansive journey, and new understanding every single day. And today was one of those days where I learned a lot about myself and that I cherish myself. And I truly hope that you do the same for yourself. So much love. Everyone out there, have a good night. See you tomorrow.